Yo, 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious is running a little late. Charlamagne the guy.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Hump day.
How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here. Another day to serve our beautiful listeners. Good morning, man. Last night, we was out a little bit. We were celebrating the 5-year anniversary of the Black Effect Podcast Network.
Drop a bomb.
You know, yeah, a little shindig, a little something.
I love it. That's amazing.
Yeah, salute to everybody who pulled up to that. That was a fun time.
That's right. Yeah, you guys were out late last night.
Yeah, but I mean, late for me is. By the way, the event was from 5 to 7. Okay,
oh, that's not late.
Because I don't do things on YN time. Okay, I do things on UNC time. Okay, 5 to 7.
So you drove in traffic time. Or you stayed in the city?
So I got there like 5:15.
Okay, you was late.
There like 5:15. Right. So I was there from 5 to 7, and then we had a little dinner. And I was in the house by like 9:30, 10. But that's late for me. I turned into a pumpkin at 10 o'clock.
That ain't that
late. No, that's late for me. I turned into a pumpkin at 10 o'clock. But forget us, man. Today, we have an amazing show for you this morning.
You've been asking about this guy.
Well, first of all, Cam Newton and Ashley Nicole will be here. They're the co-host of the new BET show, 106 in Sports.
That's right.
That premieres on October 15th, and that's going to air every Wednesday on BET.
Correct.
But we have a cultural icon in the building today. One of the greatest producers of all time, not just hip-hop producers, just producers in general. And I have been wanting to sit and have a conversation with this brother for a long time, the great Lil Jon.
That's right. Drop a bomb for Lil
Jon.
He'll be joining us, like you said, DJ, producer, artist, A&R, so many different things.
You know,
this is his first time here.
There's never been a time in my life that I haven't listened to Lil Jon every day of my life for at least 20 plus years, because we work out.
Yes.
So our workout playlist is literally Lil Jon or Lil Jon produced records or records Lil Jon is on.
Mine is Lil Jon and DMX. DMX is mine.
Yeah, DMX is who I work out to.
Yeah, DMX.
Like, so it's like every day of my life, literally, I'm listening to Lil Jon.
I'm excited.
So
That's nice.
I'm a Lil Jon. I'm a Lil Jon fanatic.
That's right. And
You're Little Johnny.
And if you haven't got your tickets, 96.1, our sister station in Atlanta, is having Jingle Ball in December 18th.
That's right.
Lil Jon is performing. Lil Jon and friends. So get your tickets. We're going to be, the whole family's going to be in Atlanta. We got Lil Jon. You ready?
Stop
Pull
saying
up a John
little.
record right now.
Stop saying little.
And
Lil Jon.
And also his transformation that he's had in regards to his spirituality,
right.
in regards to his mental health, his mindfulness, and his, it's reflecting in his physical body as well. So pull up a Lil Jon record, man, and then we got to go to Mimi Brown and Front Page News. I know y'all ain't got to search for no Lil Jon.
Yeah, we got it.
Hey, did you mean we got it? There's Lil Jon. The man was responsible for a whole era of music. Exactly.
We had to get it, man. You want to get low? You want to snap your fingers? What you want?
Get low, snap your fingers.
Give me something. Give me Youngblood's Damn. Youngblood's Damn in there?
Oh, yeah.
All right, play Snap Your Fingers. Come on. Play Snap Your Fingers.
All right, here we go. Snap your fingers. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Mimi's up next. Let's go. All right, morning, everybody. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now we're going to start off with some quick sports tonight. The Aces play the Phoenix Mercury at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's Game 3. Aces lead this series 2-0. Last night,
Aces.
if you stayed up late, the Yankees took on the Blue Jays. They were down 6-3, and then Aaron Judge came through. They actually won last night 9-6. Game 4 is tonight. And the Mariners beat the Tigers. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, Envy. Charlamagne, Jess, how y'all doing?
Peace, Mimi.
Good morning. All right, well, we start this morning with still continued growing frustration for travelers as flight delays pile up at airports across the country. From Boston to Nashville, Chicago to Houston, passengers are once again facing long waits as the government shutdown drags on. Now, the FAA says the issue comes down to staffing. There simply aren't enough air traffic controllers, the people who guide every flight from takeoff to landing. And in Nashville, some travelers waited nearly 2 hours. At Chicago O'Hare, delays stretched close to 45 minutes. And at smaller airports like Burbank, the staffing shortages still continue. Now, these controllers, they are considered essential workers, which means they have to show up even though they're not getting paid while the shutdown continues. And now there's growing anger after President Trump suggested that some of these workers may not receive back pay once the shutdown ends.
That's crazy.
Let's listen to that. Yeah.
I would say it depends on who we're talking about. I can tell you this, the Democrats have put a lot of people in great risk and jeopardy, but it really depends on who you're talking about. But for the most part, we're going to take care of our people. There are some people that really don't deserve to be taken care of, and we'll take care of them in a different way.
What essential worker that works for the government doesn't deserve to be taken care of? Like, and see, this is why I don't know if Democrats and Republicans know. People don't care whose fault it is if the government is shut down. They blame all of y'all. Y'all can try to politicize this all they want. They pointing fingers at both parties.
Yeah, they don't care.
And when they hear rhetoric like that, what you mean one federal worker deserves it over another? They're all government workers. They all deserve to get paid.
They all work.
They all work. And to your point, Charlamagne, not only that, it's against the law. So back in 2019, Congress passed the Government Employment Fair Treatment Act, which guarantees that every federal worker will be paid, furloughed, or if they're working without pay. So if they're at home or if they're a TSA agent actively working, they should still get paid. So they must receive that once the government opens. So we'll see what happens. But a memo went out, and that's where all this came from. It came from the White House, and it said that furloughed workers might not automatically qualify. There is no more information on what that qualifier may look like. So we'll just see what happens when, the government shutdown is over, or if President Trump comes back out and gives us some more information.
Oh, Mimi, I'm sure you're right. But the thing about laws, you have to have people that care about them.
Right.
Okay. When you got a guy like Trump in charge who doesn't care about laws and lives very lawless, that law means nothing. But you are correct.
Yeah.
You are correct, too. Absolutely. You need someone who's going to enforce those laws. Mm-hmm. And so as the frustration plays out at the airport, Washington isn't moving any faster either. There was no vote in Congress yesterday to end the shutdown, meaning that it will stretch at least another week while lawmakers return. They're on recess. They don't return until October 14th. Wow. And at the center of all of this, of course, we've been talking about those tax credits that help millions of Americans afford health insurance. Now, those subsidies are expected to expire at the end of the year. So here's what that kind of means for you. So a single person making $35,000 a year would see their monthly premium jump from $85 to nearly $220 a month. And a family of four earning around $80,000 could see their bill rise from $320 a month to almost $700 a month.
God,
I know that is a double, especially when families are living paycheck to paycheck. So Democrats, they argue that the subsidies are key to keeping the price down, but Republicans, they insist that that is unrelated to the shutdown. And time is running out because open enrollment for most states, they start November 1st. And another thing to keep in mind that you may not be on Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act, but if millions of people lose their coverage, insurers will raise prices and will have to make up the difference. So that means higher premiums for everyone across the board. So including people with private health insurance or employer-based insurance, it will affect every household because it will decide how much all of us have to pay for health care next year.
This is disgusting, man. Everyday working class people got to suffer. Because guess who don't care that the government is shut down? The light company, your landlord, the healthcare system, the bank who gave you your loan for your car. They don't care that the government shut down. They need that. Matter of fact, you passed due. It's the 8th already.
MTA, you got to get to work.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't care. All right. Well, that's front page news. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray. Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is. We live?
Hello, who's this?
This is Jay.
Put your seatbelt on, Jay.
South Carolina. I'm sorry about that.
843, what's happening in the 843? I was just home.
Shala?
I was home this weekend. Well, Sunday and Monday I was down there.
What's up, Jay? Get off your
You
chest.
yourself? Yeah, I just want to make a comment with the shutdown. It's ridiculous because Congress still gets paid, and you have a lot of people just living daily paycheck to paycheck. But what I really want to jump on, when they had the invasion on the Capitol, I was just going through different people arrested because of public information. And Trump said that he wanted to keep the worst of the worst out of America. But if you look at some of these guys who he pardoned, some of them have the most ridiculous arrest record. One guy got 23 arrests, and then he's been indicted the same day Trump pardoned him for kids pornography from the age of 12 and under. One of the sheriffs have taken bribe and post been looking at 23 years. Then all of the people he pardoned, Tim Scott, I just want you to hear this. Now, one of them was black that he pardoned. a lot of people didn't know that they read this. So I took my time and researched all this last night. And the people that he pardoned have records that's ridiculous. And some of the people that he's trying to deport back to Mexico, whatever, they don't have records of people that he's snatching up off of the street.
Yeah,
so people need to realize and look at that.
Yeah, not only are you correct, a lot of those same individuals, after they were pardoned, they committed fresh crimes.
That's what he said. And got rearrested.
Yeah, they committed fresh crimes. Oh, I thought he was saying that they had records already.
No, he had records, but he said they got arrested as well.
No, they had records. Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
I saw Tim this weekend, too. Salute to Tim Scott. I saw Tim in the airport when I was in home.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning, everyone. This is T.
What's up, T?
Peace, T.
Hey, girl.
Your body ain't T, though.
Whoa.
I can't. My man be listening. Anyway, you don't know that, man.
You was about to tell him, you must not know. Yeah, I feel that.
I will let him talk his mess this morning. Ain't no problem.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm wrong.
She was about to send him a picture, and then she remembered.
She better not send me no picture.
Yeah,
I'm a happy married man. I was just playing. Huh? She said something about her pastor.
She wasn't about to send him no picture. She was ready to give him that rebuttal. Like, excuse me.
Damn, she going.
Must not have known.
What happened?
Must not know.
Her
boyfriend came up behind and grabbed that damn phone.
Nah, all the phones just dropped.
Oh God, sorry T. That's our phones. You know,
system.
we barely making it up here. You know what I'm saying?
Get it off your chest.
God
800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up!
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Oh my gosh, I think we are disconnected. Anyway, this is T again.
Oh, T.
T's back.
There you go, T.
We thought we lost you, T.
What's up, girl?
No, hey y'all. I need some advice and some real honest advice. So I have a baby. Me and my boyfriend, we had our first child together. He's 6 months.
Congrats.
Me and my mom, we have never had a great relationship. So it's been about 3 years. We haven't talked. It's always been like that. I got emancipated when I was 14, so I've always been taking care of myself. I sent her a baby shower invite. She never showed up. She told me the reason why she didn't want to come, and I had to email her that. She said the reason she didn't want to come is because we haven't talked. And so now my baby is 6 months. And I just feel like, I feel bad because it's like he's missing out on my side of the family. My sister, me and my sister don't talk. But my boyfriend's side and everybody, like my great-grandma's side, they're all in his life. And he is so loved. So it's like I'm in a rock and a hard place of, that I sent her another email like, hey, your first grandson, the first grandbaby, is about to be 7 months next month. Do you want to meet him? But I'm tired of reaching out. I feel like the older generation, they don't know how to be accountable and apologize for the hurt that I was raised in. So it's just like we don't talk.
Yeah. Now, is it your pride as well? Because if you know the older generation won't do it, for whatever reason, they are more stubborn and more set in their ways, then you know what? Just go break that ice. Take the baby to her. Go see her. Y'all can talk when you get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know where she lives at, Jess. I don't know. It's like she changed the number. I have to email her.
Oh, damn. So she kind of sort of don't want to be found.
It's like that, but then I know my mama grew up in hurt. Like, one thing I can recognize is that she grew up in a lot of hurt, but when she cuts you off, she's one of them black mothers that cut you off. She don't need to talk to you, don't do nothing. Even if she want to reach out, she's not going to reach out. I start breaking the ice with sending her the baby shower invite.
Well, can I ask you a question? I think that sometimes we forget that when we pray for negativity to get removed from our life, sometimes that negativity is going to come in the form of people that we think we should love or people that we feel like should love us. And it might be our parents. You ever thought to yourself, maybe it's just for the best that y'all not speaking right now?
But right now, it's been a long time.
But then it's just like, it's like, to see my boyfriend's side of the family so involved and everybody just love on this little happy baby, it makes me yearn that relationship. Not even for us, it's for him.
I would give it one more shot.
Yeah,
I would give it one more shot.
Do it because honestly, she could be hurt that you emancipated yourself at 14. She probably like, you left the nest. You didn't want me as a mother. You know what I mean? And then just on top of that, you don't know what she's been dealing with either. She don't want to be found. You know what I mean? You contact her through email. She probably could be going through so many other things as well.
You're right, but what work has she done on herself? Because that's the same woman that you had to leave at 14.
She don't even know because she's not even answering.
So you bring your child around her. Now she bringing that same trauma she put on you that made you leave at 14 on your child.
But she's yearning the relationship, and that's still her mother at the end of the day. Even if you don't take your baby, go find her. You know what I'm saying? Just go talk to her. That's it.
I think you should talk to your mother without the baby first, and you know, start killing some of that trauma, seeing where her head at, and then see if she really wants to meet your child. That's what I would do. It seems like you want to meet her. So
if she the same person, I don't know why you would want your child around.
That's still her mom, though.
That's the mother.
But you know what's crazy, y'all, and I won't hold y'all long, but it's like, I never knew about emancipation at 14. She's the one in an argument one day after I got a whooping. She told me that I needed to get emancipated. So I actually, being, a teenager, I looked it up. And the judge actually granted it. And I feel like she didn't think that was going to happen. It was one of them block mom lessons, like, I'm going to tell you to do something, but it's not going to happen, so you got to come back to me. But when he granted it, it's like that's what took her, like, a toll on her. And so it's just like, I invited her to go to therapy with me years ago. She didn't want to go. And so from there, it's just been like, okay, I just got to let you go. But if not us, I don't feel like not my grandson, oh my God, I don't feel like my son should be missing two grandparents. Like,
I get you.
I don't know. I just feel like it's mad selfish.
And that's the other thing too. She got to meet you halfway. She's not trying to have a relationship with her daughter either.
Yeah, well, it's also why you got emancipated. Like, why did you leave? What was that main argument about?
And then
I feel like, to be honest, like, I remind her a lot of my dad, and my dad took her through a lot. And, I have a sister that was mad quiet. She didn't want to do nothing. She wasn't outgoing. But then I was the outgoing one. I was the one on the step team. I was the one always, trying to do places, go places. And I'm energetic. I have, like, a passion. I have ambition about me. Yeah. And so I probably did take her through some stuff. I can say that as a teenager, yeah. But I don't feel like it was nothing to be like, oh, you need to get your emancipation. Like,
you a teenager.
Give me a whooping and then keep it high.
Yes. What teen don't take their parents through stuff?
Yeah.
I think that you are way more emotionally intelligent than she is at this point. And, I think that it should work both ways. Yes, you should maybe reach out to your mom, but she should be trying to reach out to you too. And if she hasn't, I think that you should look at that as a sign as well.
Give it one more shot.
Definitely. Don't give up on your mom. Just, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. You don't know, again, you don't know what she's going through. You probably could help her. She probably could help you, provide you some clarity on why she only want to be communicating through email with you. You never know. Just keep trying. But the first meeting shouldn't be, all right, let's go invite her to therapy. No, just go see her. Just go see her. You never know. Like, when she see you, it may all go away, whatever. You don't know. You don't know what you may spark.
That's
go
true.
See her first.
You might walk in and get all the clarity you need. Oh, I see the crack pipe on the table.
Whatever.
I see that empty 1942 bottle.
Crazy.
I'm just saying.
Even if it ain't that.
Oh, cocaine? Oh, you on that big thing.
Bye.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. We got the latest with Loren coming up. What we talking about?
We talking about LeBron James. We know the big decision he made now.
Speaking of alcohol.
What?
Speaking of,
what you say?
Goodness.
Speaking of alcohol,
she's so look.
Nobody see it. It's not even about
because it's alcohol.
And she the one teased the story. She the one teased the story.
Why you bring that into it?
What was the tease about?
No, I know.
Don't worry about
what he trying to be smart.
No, I'm not.
He said crack pipe at first. He didn't say nothing.
No,
He said
no.
Don't talk about LeBron James when we come back.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Lauren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Hello, Cool Bay.
Yes, so LeBron James has made his decision. He is not retiring. He is drinking more Hennessy. Let's take a listen.
Well, everyone's on pins and needles across the country. You ready to go, LeBron? Where's the powder?
Left it at home.
LeBron,
that sounded crazy.
Fans want to know where you're taking your talents this year. What's your decision?
Man, this is tough. In this fall, I'm going to be taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP.
VSOP? And this was the conclusion you woke up with this morning?
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Why?
I feel like it's going to give me the best opportunity to win more at hosting. And not only that, win at signature cocktails, win at having a good time, win at impressing guests, win at making memories, win at making it look easy, win at leaving people wanting more.
LeBron, appreciate it.
I like my decision.
W for Hennessy, L for LeBron. Okay. Like, LeBron advertising Hennessy is worse than LeBron promoting the chicken sandwich. That's what I thought it was going to be, a new chicken sandwich or something. I would rather have it had it been Amazon. Okay, y'all really believe LeBron drank Hennessy?
This
This man said he spends millions of dollars on his body. LeBron don't drink no damn Hennessy.
You don't think he have a cocktail every now and then?
I don't know.
Yeah,
we be seeing him out with his wife when they traveling.
He drink wine. I seen him when drinking wine. I mean, the promo, it did what he wanted it to do. I just thought it was whack.
LeBron did a decision part 2 to let Lakers fans know y'all just need to get drunk all season because y'all ain't getting no championship. Okay,
he's trying to be better at hosting. He said maybe he have a lot of parties. And yeah, you want to be a better bartender for niggas? That's what's up.
Well, LeBron has
decided to be a bartender is crazy.
LeBron has been working with Hennessy since 2024, but this new VSOP is like a reimagined. There's like new labeling, new branding, so they're bringing it to us via this decision. Now, when Hennessy posted this, they said the decision has been made. Cheers to year 23.
But nobody on LeBron's team said, "Hey man, let's come up with a different creative because the decision is going to cause a lot of confusion in the marketplace. People are wondering what my future's going to look like." Like, nobody thought, like, hey, can't we come up with something else?
Well, that's what they played into, but I just figured when he actually decided to retire, I just thought that would be the perfect cherry on the top, right? To do an interview wearing the same shirt he wore that same time, kind of the same setup, to say, you know what, this is my last year. I thought that would have been a dope way to go out.
Well, y'all both said that y'all didn't think he was retiring.
Hell no.
I knew
He still averages 24 points a game. He's still dominant.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be an advertisement for something.
For something.
I just didn't think Hennessy.
Well,
Hennessy?
LeBron,
you just want people to get drunk?
He's been in the liquor business, though. Remember, he was doing Lobos.
Yeah,
I was working for Lobos.
Did he own that? Or have part ownership a little bit?
Yeah, he was an investor in Lobos. I was working for Lobos when LeBron was investing. I'm not for sure if he isn't anymore, but I did ask a couple questions to some people that would know about how are you able to now do Hennessy if you are still working with Lobos.
It's a cognac.
Well, yeah, they said it's a carve out, it's a cognac. But I just think, I don't know, when I was working with Lobos, it was one of the biggest talking points was LeBron being at the center of the brand. And a lot of the pushback I would get when I would present it that way would be like, we don't even believe LeBron drinks. Like, a lot of people don't, because he's such a big athlete, they don't believe that he's like a big drinker. So that was tough for us. So I don't know, maybe it's working with him and Hennessy. But he did give a comment in some articles. LeBron said, "It's an honor to continue the partnership with Hennessy. Our first collection was about a shared pursuit of excellence and boundary pushing. And this new limited edition is another chapter in that story. The design features his crowning gesture, which is special for him and stands to celebrate and make connections. This is what the bottle is made for." So yeah, shout out to Hennessy on that because they got the people going.
Like I said, now, W Hennessy L, bro.
Yeah, Now, other news. Speaking of announcements, Versus is returning.
Come on now.
Yeah. So yesterday it was announced that Versus will be returning at Complex Con this year, going down October 25th. It will be Cash Money Records versus No Limit Records.
Wow. That's gonna be dope.
Okay?
Fire.
Yes. Now, tickets are available on Culture Con's website to attend. I'm sorry, Complex Con. I'm saying Culture Con because we were there last weekend. Complex Con. But the caption says that it will be streamed, and streaming information will be released soon. Now, I did reach out because I was trying to figure out, because from both camps, there's so many people that show up, whatever, and it's pretty early, but Master P did say to me, October 25th is about to be historical. They're going to give the world what they've been waiting for, the biggest New Orleans celebration ever.
Now, what's Complex Con's demo? Because that's Uncle Auntie aura right there. Now, I'm excited for that one. I can't wait. I hope they live stream that one. I need to see that.
The one time I've been to Complex Con, they had A$AP Rocky performing, and it was very mosh pit vibes. It was it skewed very young when I was there, I felt like. But I think maybe because of this announcement now, a different crowd will be, I don't know, they'll be there. But also, but I feel like these two conglomerates of music, their music spans across generations now. They might not understand it the way Unc's gonna understand it, but we like
No Limit got a lot of artists that's not here though. Like Mystical's in jail.
I was saying that
Murder's in jail.
They got Silk the Shocker.
I saw Silk the Shocker actually post the flyer for it too.
I wonder if Snoop will come because Snoop did an era with No Limit.
I heard rumblings that if Lil Wayne is there, don't be shocked.
Well, Lil Wayne gotta be there, right?
Lil Wayne don't go a lot of places. Yeah, but I heard rumblings that
if it's Cash Money, you gotta see Lil Wayne, right? Cash Money.
You would think that, but Lil Wayne, he does what he wants to do.
It's going to end up being like a battle of the DJs with Master P and Birdman hosting. But either way, I think it'll be fire.
Oh my God, yes, so fire. Yeah, so shout out to them. So yeah, you can get your tickets to Complex Con, and we're gonna wait for the stream information because we will be tuned in. And this is a great return for them, though. Big return.
All right. Well,
so that's all for the hour.
It's the latest with Lauren. Now, when we come back, we got front page news, and then Lil Jon will be joining us in a couple of minutes. So don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get back in some front page news and some quick sports. The Vegas Aces take on the Mercury tonight at 8 p.m. It's Game 3 of the WNBA Finals.
Thank God it comes on at 8 p.m. That is a reasonable time for okay?
Mm-hmm. Now, in some quick sports, some NFL sports, I should say, Joe Flacco has been traded to the Bengals.
So what does that mean for Shedeur Sanders? What is he at?
He's number 2 now. They say Shedeur number 2. Yep.
Okay.
And Odell Beckham has accepted a 6-game suspension for violating the NFL's policy on performance-enhancing drugs.
I didn't know he was on performance-enhancing drugs. When that happened? I didn't know that. He hasn't been out there performing. When the last time Odell played?
I don't know, but he's suspended for 6 games. I didn't even know he was on a team. So I don't.
Me neither.
I don't know how he's suspended if he's not on a team.
That's what he announced on the pivot. I know he was doing the pivot.
Yeah. So he's suspended. And also last night the Yankees won. They came back. They were down 6-3. They won 9-6. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, Envy. Jess, Charlamagne, how y'all doing this morning?
Hey, girl.
Good morning. Okay, so we start this hour with tensions rising in Chicago, where Texas National Guard troops have arrived as part of President Trump's expanding immigration crackdown. Now, the move is already sparking outrage from city and state leaders who say the president's actions are unconstitutional. Now, the deployment comes as immigration raids have intensified across the city, and protests in suburbs have turned increasingly tense, with officers using tear gas and pepper spray on demonstrators. A federal judge hasn't stopped the deployment yet, so for now, troops are staying put, but both the Illinois Attorney General and the city of Chicago are suing, saying the president doesn't have the power to take control of the National Guard or send in troops from Texas. Now, Mayor Brandon Johnson, he is slamming the move and signed an executive order banning ICE agents from operating on city-owned property. When asked whether he thought the president would follow that order, let's listen to what he had to say.
Well, do I believe this president is going to follow simple law? Well, it's clear that he doesn't, right? I mean, he is a convicted felon himself, right? This is the person who released individuals who stormed the Capitol to stage a coup against the American people. This president has spent more time militarizing his own police force than he has using his time in office to make sure that people can afford to eat in this city and across America or have access to health care.
Mm-hmm. And so the White House, they are firing back, accusing the mayor of aiding and abetting criminal, illegal immigrant, killer, rapists, traffickers, and gang members. And Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, he says, though, this isn't about safety. This is about politics. He's arguing that Trump's troop deployment is less about crime and more about consolidating power ahead of next year's election. Let's listen to that.
Well, I believe that one of the reasons Donald Trump wants to send troops into American cities is because he wants to be able to take control of the 2026 elections. Now, if they've got troops in cities and it becomes a kind of norm for people, then it won't be abnormal for them when they're going to vote having troops at the ballot boxes. So I believe that is what this is about. It's about intimidating people from going to the polls who would not vote for his party, and about the ability to take control of the elections if it doesn't go his way.
He's absolutely right. And I hate how nonchalant and calm he is about that. Like, I think that, people should be ringing the alarms about what we could potentially see in 2026 and 2028, if y'all still care about free and fair elections in this country.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I totally agree with you too, Charlamagne. That is exactly what he's doing. Meanwhile, in Oregon, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, she made a surprise visit in Portland, touring the city's ICE facilities and meeting with the governor there. So we'll keep watching as these deployment of troops keep going out in some of these cities. And meanwhile, on HBCU campuses, it is homecoming season, and the focus is supposed to be on pride and tradition. But something else is sparking conversation. The conservative group Blexit, founded by Candace Owen and Brandon Tatum and backed by Turning Point USA, is bringing its national Educate to Liberate tour to several HBCUs this month. Stops include some of the most iconic campuses. I'm talking Howard, Hampton, Florida A&M, Tennessee, North Carolina, Carolina, Bowie State, Lincoln University, and these are all taking place around their homecoming celebrations. Now, according to Blexit's website, the goal is to bring conservative values to life and spark powerful conversations on HBCU campuses, but not everyone is welcoming the effort. Critics say showing up during homecoming feels less like outreach and more like picking a fight, especially during one of the most joyful, unifying times where Black campuses are celebrating homecoming. Some student groups are urging classmates not to engage, saying the best response is silent, to let empty seats send a message. And across social media, frustration is also growing that the group founded by Turning Point USA would choose this moment, a season rooted in legacy and love, to make its pitch on HBCU campuses.
Yeah, I like both approaches. You can choose to ignore or you can choose to engage.
Nobody's saying fight and start a war, but
nobody said that.
No, nobody said that, but that's what they make it seem like on there.
No, I said they can ignore or choose to engage. I think there should be an organization that does the exact same type of tour. I personally don't believe any organization should be out there pushing a narrative for any political party right now. I don't think any party is worthy of that. But there can be groups that can be formed to debate these individuals if they choose to. Like if they're gonna come to these HBCU campuses during homecoming, then instead of just being out there, pushing their ideology unchallenged, then engage in the conversation. Now if they try to bait you into something more than a conversation, then that's when you disengage, or you choose not to even engage at all.
Right. But I think this is what they want. They want us to talk about it, because why would they be going during homecoming, the most, the time where everybody's going to be there with the most people? So.
That's true too.
Yeah, but also think about it. They've been to 2 already, and nobody has said anything, right? They went to Johnson C. Smith. They went to Alabama State. Has anybody mentioned or even seen them or even said they went?
Yeah, we talking about them now. You just did.
Because they just released their tour dates. Nobody, the 2 schools that they went to, there's no footage, there's no video, By the
way, I don't mind what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like when I see people like that, the only thing that makes me say is, okay, well, if y'all are so against them, don't just be on social media mad. Y'all get organized too.
Correct.
And create I don't want to say a resistance movement, but if you don't like their ideology, create an organization that is going to challenge their ideology. Do what they're doing.
And I'm never mad with a debate, but the only problem is that Friday I'm DJing on the yard. There's going to be about 10,000 people out there. It's me, it's Wyclef, it's Wale, it's Brownstone. Like, you really think they're going to go to Hampton University, the Hampton Homecoming?
Wyclef, Wale, and Brownstone.
Yep. They do one for every era of...
I'm about to say, that sounds so random.
Yeah,
that's dope, though.
They do it for every era, so,
That is dope.
So yeah, I think people are going to be on the yard.
I love Brownstone. People sleep on Brownstone.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Well, that is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV. For more stories, follow the Black Information Network and download the free iHeartRadio app or visit BINnews.com.
Thank you, Mimi.
Girl.
Now, when we come back, Lil Jon will be joining us.
The goddamn cultural icon himself.
Period.
Yes, we will talk with Lil Jon.
You don't even know what your mama and grandma used to do to Lil Jon records in the club. Yo. Play Shake That Monkey right now. I bet your mama start twerking on the way to school.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Yes, Lil Jon, when we come back, is The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa is here as well. And we got a special guest in the building.
A motherfucking icon, guy.
Icon.
Don't play with him.
I thought he was up here. This is his first time up here, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's
I only
crazy.
seen you on the road.
I know, but I thought you've been up here. Ladies and gentlemen, Lil Jon.
Lil Jon. What's up, legend?
Brother. Hey, man. Thank y'all for having me. Thank you.
Good morning. It's about time.
Good morning, everybody. We don't say good morning enough to our fellow brothers and sisters.
That is true. That's right.
I was a victim of that until I started to change my mindset. Sometimes I would come down, get in the car, going, on the road. I didn't say good morning. And once I started to change my mindset, I realized that's a good way to start your day and a gesture to someone, whoever you're riding with, the driver, whoever.
And then ask them how they feeling.
Yeah. Sometimes that's also the case. Sometimes just say, "How is your day going?"
Yeah.
Because I found myself sometimes I'm really in tune to my spiritual side. I've been for a long time. Sometimes I might just be I remember being in the club and I might walk by a random person and I could feel their energy and I'd be like, "Let me just give you a hug."
Oh wow.
And sometimes that just changes somebody's life.
Absolutely.
What about when you were the person that might have been creating the energy though? Like if you felt like some aggressive angriness from this person, but it was your fault because of your set that you just did.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one time I was in South Carolina, in a hole in the wall club, and it was supposed to be a night where Cash Money was supposed to be there, and they called me because Cash Money couldn't come. So these folks in South Carolina was mad than a mother, and we was not Cash Money. Lil Jon Eastside Boys show up, and so I understand it's a hostile situation, but I said. I looked out on that crowd and I said, the biggest dude in this crowd, I'm about to make him my best friend. And I made him my best friend during the show, like playing to him, giving him drinks and hyping him up. And then it turned the whole crowd around, and then they were fans of us after that.
Absolutely.
But it was a way, you can always change the energy of a situation if you approach with a calm manner. That's why good security don't go and like try to fight somebody. They try to diffuse the situation. That's the first rule: is diffuse it, not be the aggressor.
Right. Now, Lil Jon, I want to go back. So this is your first time.
Hold on,
here.
real quick though. What is a Lil Jon morning routine like?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Yeah. What is a Lil Jon morning routine?
So this morning, I woke up, had a little water. Of course, I do my I do this Korean facial stuff. So I do. Skin, my skin is very important to me.
Skin looks very good.
How do my skin look, ladies?
It looks really good.
Yeah,
Love it.
One rule for that is positivity, positive energy, positive thoughts. Because if you're a negative person, all this negativity is going to wear the flesh down. So get up in the morning, do my skincare routine, brush my teeth, all that good stuff. I'm always in my mind saying affirmations for the day, even before I go to bed, in my dreams. Like last night, I was like, it's going to be a great interview. I look at this as one of the biggest interviews I've ever done in my life because it's a lot to talk about. Charlamagne, you seen me grow from, I think one time we talked, you were like, you came to the radio station in South Carolina one time. That was early on. He wasn't even on air yet, right? Were you on air?
I think it was a phoner. You called in. You had just put out. I think you had just put out Bia.
Wow. So that's 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow,
we were talking about you having the Confederate flag in the video, and I was asking you about that. Yeah.
So that's you've seen the growth, and I think it's important because you've seen the growth. You've seen it from a different angle. You've seen it from a different angle. You've seen it from a different angle. And, you guys moved the needle of culture, and you had everybody and their grandmama on this show. So I think it's one of the most important and, best interviews I think I'm going to have because of all of that.
Let's claim it.
Yeah. Let's claim it. I want to go back. I want to start from the beginning. These are the interviews I love because for some reason I thought you've been up here before. So I want to start when you first got into the music industry, right?
Yeah.
Let's start with you started working for Jermaine Dupri.
Yep. 93.
Start from there. So how did you hook up with Jermaine Dupri, and what did you do for Jermaine Dupri?
So I used to be in Atlanta in the 90s. I was like the hottest DJ in the city. I was the man. I did all the parties. And I would see Jermaine all the time at the clubs. And then I did this one club called the Phoenix Nightclub, which was the hottest nightclub in Atlanta at the time. We brought Biggie. I got Biggie and Craig Mack together when they did the Big Mac tour.
Wow.
So I got them. I worked on the radio station, but I wasn't the PD. And you know how back then you had to go through the PD because you wanted to get the spins for your artists. So Diddy, he let us get Biggie and Craig because he thought I was like the PD. And he get there and the club is slammed, like 1 million people. And he's like, yo, what the hell? Yo, we need some more money because this thing is packed. And then he found out that I wasn't the PD.
Oh, damn.
And so he was extra pissed. And then he even tried to get the rep that worked for BMG at the time fired because we got Craig and Biggie for free.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That was normal back then, though. When artists were on promo tour?
But you wanted to go through the station so you can make sure you get the spin and get the look. And we wasn't that, but we were hot promoters. So I was doing all the hot parties, and I would just see Jermaine all the time. Like even if I wasn't DJing, I was everywhere. Like I had a thing where I wanted to be I called it from Bankhead to Buckhead. I was from the bougie spots to the most hood you can get in Atlanta. So I was literally everywhere. And Jermaine came to me, so he hired me in 1993. I started working at So Def, and I was hired to do A&R and street promotions because I was everywhere.
Right.
So he wanted someone that had respect in the city, that could go anywhere, and someone like me that I was always out. So that was represent So Def from Bankhead, like I said, to Buckhead.
And what artists did you have being an A&R for So Def at that time?
I I put together all of the So Def Bass All-Stars. And
at night, I think the whole
very slept on era of Atlanta.
And that changed music too. Like it gave us a whole genre that had never been created, like had never been done before. And that all started because in Atlanta we used to do like it was DJ Jelly. Shout out DJ Jelly. Shout out the J Team, DJ Smurf, and all of those guys. They would take like slow jam acapellas, like. Say one famous mix was Can You Stand the Rain, New Edition, and put it over a bass beat. So they used to do all of these mixes like that. They would just do a whole mixtape. It would be all bass beats and then these R&B acapellas. And so I was like, we love this so much in the city. Let's take that and make a record from that. Nobody made an actual song. So I came up with that concept and I went to my boy DJ Cool Kali, a.k.a. Rodney. And then at the same time, I met Carl Mo. He used to call the phone at So Def and play his tracks on the phone. Interesting story about that. So one day, I'm like, these tracks is dope. So I called him to the office, and he comes up there with a freaking keyboard and plays the keyboard. Like just playing the keyboard, not like no CDs, no cassette tape, just playing the keyboard. I'm like, this is crazy. So I ended up using him. And we did My Boo. And so, yeah, I did all of the So Def Bass All-Stars. And then out of that, we had Player Poncho. He got signed, and we did a couple of records with Player Poncho. And Player Poncho is actually how I met the Eastside Boys.
Wow.
Because Player Poncho would always, when he would go out, he would have a whole, like, 20 guys with him. And the Eastside Boys was always with him, even if it was just, like, 2 or 3 guys with him. And so me and the Eastside Boys, just one day we were in the club, and we just started chanting this chant, who you with? Who you with? Get crunk, who you with? And then everybody in the club started chanting it. And then I look at Big Sam. I'm like, we need to turn this into a song. And so I know I have access to people with labels and stuff. So I called somebody I knew. Actually, I called Cool Ace. This guy named Cool Ace. And Cool Ace connected me with this guy named Carlos Glover. And we ended up going in the studio and we made the song Who You With. And that started everything for Lil Jon as an artist.
I'm glad you mentioned Sam and Bo, too, because people always seem to forget about the East Side Boys.
Yeah.
What did they bring to the table? What made Lil Jon and the East Side Boys such an amazing group?
We were the sound of the rowdy guys in the back of the club. That's what we were. We was the that was turned up in the back that you just be looking back like, make sure they ain't coming over here with that bull. So we were that. And what people don't understand about crunk music, I know some people are like, why did it do what it do? Why did it spread? Why did it become big? Because it was an outlet of energy for black youth.
Yes.
When you went to the club, you had a hard ass week, you had a hard life, whatever the was going on in your life, you hear that crunk music and you get in that damn mosh pit and you let all of that out and you feel amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why crunk music was able to reach so many people. That's why I still like going, like I see you talking about all the time about Knuckles You Buck as a Negro spiritual.
Yeah, Negro spiritual.
And it is. Like it touches your soul in a certain way. And I think we do in like crunk music tap into music to their ancestors because they were chanting and so on and so forth.
What did you do when you were banned from clubs? I remember in college there was some clubs that were like, you cannot play none of that in this club.
Yeah, put your hood up and all that stuff. We just kept going because when you tell somebody you can't have it, they want it more. You know, I've seen people. I was in Louisiana one time. We did a show and they got so turned up. They start fighting the police in the club.
Oh, wow.
Amazing times. Amazing times, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think it's just a testament to like we just brought something different, you know. And like the kids now think they are turning up, but they have no idea what a real turned up time was from the 2000s.
And Get Crunk was such a great record because I didn't think you could get crunker than Kings of Crunk. You know, I'm not even joking. I didn't think you could get crunker than that, but as soon as you hear Who Am I, Bohagan being me, you like, God damn.
Bohagan killed that. Salute Bohagan out there.
How did you even have the mindset to take that to another level? How did you take that energy to another level?
That beat was produced by Lil J, who produced Knuck If You Buck.
Wow.
So it was time to, you know, come and work on the album and, you know, everybody down with being me, of course, people that don't know Crime Mob, part of that was through BME. So we are part of putting them out there. So, of course, I call all of the squad. You know, Trillville helped me write some of the songs. And, yeah, Lil J sent me, I think he sent me some beats, and that was one of the beats. And I was like, this is insane. Wow. I thought it was one of the crunkiest beats ever, too.
Absolutely.
I think my favorite beats that I've produced or co-produced or been on is Get Crunk and What You Gonna Do. And What You Gonna Do is unique. I was in New York when I did that beat. I remember I was on TBT and Steve Gottlieb, and shout out to Brian Leach, my boy Brian Leach. He was the A&R at the time. He was like, yo, you got to go in and knock out this song for this. I think it was like a Christmas album or something. Christmas crunk album that Steve Gottlieb wanted to put out. And I'm like, he can't put no fucking album out called Crunk without me. So I'm like, this guy. And so I was in New York, and Brian was like, you got to go in and record this song. So I was angry when I made that beat. I'm never mad when I make tracks, but that's one of the only beats I've ever made when I was angry, and that's why I sound so aggressive, because I was mad that I had to go in the studio and record this. I wanted to just go out. Like I was like, I'm going to the club. He was like, no, you got to go in and do this song. And so that's my anger coming out through the drum machine.
Did you ever trademark the word crunk?
I can't remember. Probably. Did all my ad libs. I know that.
Because you're the face of crunk, but to me, I would have to give. I would say 3 6 Mafia are probably the
So that's another argument going around. It's an argument that says Memphis started crunk. Here's what I will say. We in Atlanta, you couldn't be Atlanta in the 90s and not be listening to 8 Ball MJG. You couldn't be riding around not listening to Master P. Master P changed the landscape of
the South.
Yeah. Period.
That's right.
He was the first one that really got us rowdy. I would say it was Master P. But we was listening to Ball and G, and of course 3 6 Mafia came around that.
You think P got us rowdy before 3 6?
I think for Bout It.
Yeah, but tear the club up. I bet you won't hit him.
The club was 97. What year did Bout It come out?
I was in college. It had to be 95.
I think it was like 95.
95. I was in college.
I remember what happened was in the club in Atlanta, it was playing bass music. And then when Master P came, that was over.
About it. That was 95. Definitely. I was a freshman in college.
That was the record. In the hood was getting No Limit tattoos.
1995.
95, yeah.
Exactly.
That part of the album, true.
That's what changed it for us. So I will say Memphis is part of the influence, but it started for us with Master P. That Bout It just changed everything. But we are influenced, but it's all different sounds. But it all intertwines and works together.
What moment made you realize crunk had officially crossed from Southern energy to a global movement?
Coming up doing MTV. They let me get in Times Square on a double-decker bus with Lil Scrappy on TRL doing What You Gonna Do? Bruh, MTV?
I was going to say MTV too, because I remember watching the Video Music Awards. I forgot what year it was. They played Get Low going in the commercial break. And the audience went crazy, and Justin Timberlake was wilding. And I just remember thinking to myself, oh, Get Low is out of here.
Yeah. And then we end up performing Get Low at the MTV Video Music Awards. Get Low, yeah. Lean Back. That was a pretty insane year for me.
Can you tell us the origin story of Lovers and Friends?
So in Atlanta, we go to the strip club for everything. So we always I was in the strip club one day, and the DJ played the Michael Sterling Lovers and Friends. And I was like, that could be pretty cool for Usher to do. So let's back up. So this is before Usher's album is done. I give Usher the Michael Sterling on the CD, like, check this out. We should do this over. This don't listen to it. He don't listen to it. So we on my album. So I'm like, I'm going to take that Lovers and Friends idea and do it for my album. So I do the beat over, and I let Usher know, yo, I got this joint for us. Like, come, let's do it. So he flies in, he records it, and he's out. And after he does his parts, I'm just like, wow, smash. So I call Luda. I'm like, bro, we got another one. Like, I need you on this ASAP. Send it to Luda. He did his parts, and then I go in last. Because I'm not the rapper. And so I was like, I need to take my time to make sure my verse is as catchy as possible, because I can't compete against Ludacris. And then it's Usher. Like, come on. So I was like, let me take something from this record. We had a record called it's a record we did with Ubi. I forgot the name of it.
Nothing's Free?
Nothing's Free.
Ooh, how you forget that? That's a classic.
Nothing's Free. So we did Nothing's Free like in the 90s. And so I was like, that Sade part was really catchy on that song, but it was regional. Nobody really heard it out of the South. So I was like, let me take that same little thing and put that in Lovers and Friends, and that will be the little catch for my verse to make it catchier. And little did I know that was going to be like people's favorite verse because it's so simple. It's so simple and it's catchy. And yeah, that song went #1 without a video.
Why we never got a video for that record?
Because it was the labels and Superstar this and Superstar that and da-da-da-da-da. But #1 rap song of the year without a video in the 2000s is impossible.
Mm-hmm. What made you do the meditation album?
So
that's totally far the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah. Turning 50. Turned 50. A lot of things started to happen in my life. First thing it hit me was like, I asked myself, what makes you happy? And I said, damn. Only making sure everybody else good? But that's not what makes me, like, what makes me happy? I couldn't really tell myself. And so I was like, you know what? I need to kind of put myself first. Like, I'm not happy in this marriage. Like, so said I wanted to divorce. Also around the same time, me and my good friend Doug Davis, we talk like every year because he calls and gives me because he's like a couple months younger than me. So he's like, you're an old man. So we're talking, and he was telling me he wanted to introduce me to somebody that was in this space. And I was like, that's interesting because I've been listening to like all of this like binaural beats to sleep and relax and ocean and rain and all of this type of stuff. So me and this guy Kabir, his name's Kabir Sagal, we connected. And so I'm going through the divorce, and like I didn't like where my mental state was at because I'm angry. I'm like, why can't she just do this and that and like, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like mad, and I don't like. That's not me. I'm a positive at all times person. I don't think negatively. So I started to like meditate every day. I started to say affirmations every day, and it helped me to be in a better mental state, as well as having good people in my corner, like my queen. Her name is Jamila. She was there for me at that time, and she would give me like also like just positive. She would just try to keep me in a positive mindset. And she had been through a rough divorce too, so she can give me some insight and just, help me keep my head up. So we went in, we recorded these albums, and this time of my life is feeling like I'm doing what God intended me to do. But what's amazing is everything that got me here I was supposed to do. Right. And even like all of the music that I've given people gave people positivity. So it's always been positivity, but it's meaning more now when someone tells me I never meditated. You helped me meditate. I was having trouble getting over this grief of losing someone. Your meditation about grief helped me. I'm inspired to. You know how many people have called me about getting in the gym?
Yeah.
It's insane. Like celebrities, all kind of people are like, you inspired me to get healthy. So I feel now like I'm doing what God intended me to do. It took me a long time to get here, but this is the time it's supposed to be. And crazy, I was thinking about this the other day. I met Mr. Farrakhan at the Source Awards one time. Farrakhan. And he basically told me, he said, you got power, you got a voice. And he basically was kind of trying to tell me, like, use it. And that stuck with me. Like, I'm like, okay. But now I'm using my voice and my power in a good way to push positivity into the world.
So that is what makes you happy.
That's what you know what? Yeah, it makes me happy.
Okay.
Just to do good, just to do good, because all that comes back. And when you, like, a guy came to me, I did the Cola Guard thing, right? A guy came to me in the club one night, and was like, I did that Cola Guard test because of you, and it came back positive. And he didn't have colon cancer, but he had polyps. So just stuff like that. It just makes me feel like I'm doing good in the world.
Yeah, my brother.
So,
sure.
Inspiring people and being a good role model to my son. I have a daughter now. You know, she's 10 months old.
Congratulations.
And I look at life like with health, like I got to be here for her. You know what I'm saying? I got to be here for her first day of school. I got to be here for high school graduation, walk her down the aisle. So health is even more important to me. It was something I was doing to just, you know, live a long, full life, but even more so now, I have even more motivation because of my daughter and her mother. I got to be here for them. You know what I'm saying? So
it's crazy to see you cry because a lot of people never even thought you had eyes.
No, you know what? Black men, we need to cry more.
I agree.
Absolutely. We need to cry. When you get more in tune to your higher self and you stop vibrating at these low frequencies, you can let the energy flow because we should. We don't have to be tough all the time. And you're an advocate for therapy. I push all brothers we don't have to suffer in silence. We suffer in freaking silence. So call your homie sometime and just be like, you good? How you doing? Not just period, but how you mentally doing, bro? Because that one little conversation could make him not go do some stupid or take his life or whatever, you know. So I started doing therapy. I push anything, any knowledge that I got, I try to share with everybody because we got to help each other.
That's right.
We all we got.
That's
For sure.
Right? No, y'all got me up here crying.
It's okay.
Positive, man. It's good.
You said today was going to be a good day, great interview. You might have needed to release.
Really good.
You know?
Right.
Do you think people truly understand the loneliness that can come with success in entertainment?
No, because they just see the private jets and the trips and all that. They don't realize, you know, sometimes you can't go nowhere because people bugging you. You can't spend time with your loved ones without people bugging you, or I gotta make another hit record, or you know what I mean, like, or even when you start to go down, you're not as hot as you were. People not picking up the phone and all that. Yeah, it's a lot of most people couldn't deal with this life. They could not deal with it because it's too much pressure. Then people on the internet with all their opinions and all of this and that, and it's a lot of pressure that you cannot be built weak to be in entertainment.
When you, my last question, when you think about legacy now, how much of it is about peace and purpose rather than, I guess, the plaques and the parties and all that?
I think my legacy is going to be all about positivity because every step of the way it's been. Crunk was positive. It was a positive release. Now in my latter years, it's meditation, mindfulness, get therapy, fellas. I'm going to tell everybody out there, get therapy.
That's right.
Get a therapy. If you're going through it, you should not be left to your own devices to deal with some serious issues. Sometimes you need to talk to someone that's a qualified person. And I did EMDR. Did you ever do EMDR?
I never did EMDR.
EMDR is amazing because it taps into your subconscious. When I did EMDR, stuff came out that I didn't know was there. So it can it can find the root of why you got that trauma. I was able to go to my childhood self and say, it's okay.
Wow.
I'm here. It's fine.
Yeah.
You're loved, you're appreciated, you know, all of that. And it helped me to get past whatever that was. And the more you do it, the more stuff comes to you and you just realize, this is why I'm the way I am. I can now get past this and I can change these habits, you know, and I can live a better life.
Wow. Man, Lil Jon, you are an icon living.
That's right. You, man.
You're an icon living. You're one of the greatest producers of all time. You've brought people so much joy. In this next chapter of your life where you are helping people heal, I think it's going to be your best work yet, my brother.
I think so, too.
I do, too.
And also, December 18th, you're performing for our sister station, 96.1.
Jingle Ball.
In Atlanta, Jingle Ball.
Yeah.
So what should the people expect for Lil Jon in that show?
Crunk.
Period.
They want it.
Because it says Lil Jon and Friends.
It's Crunk and Friends. Crunk.
I can't wait.
Ain't no commercial, just it's Atlanta. You know, Jermaine talking crap, all like, But Jermaine, that's family. Jermaine actually called me, was like, who you bringing out? So
I was going to ask, because y'all got friends that are friends.
So, but I'm just going to bring the Crunk. That's what they want. That's what I'm going to give them.
That's
excited. What they ain't seen in a while.
Right.
So that's what I'm going to give them. I ain't trying to do nothing crazy. Crunk.
We're excited.
Could that era ever come back? Like the way Metro Boomin just did Futuristic Summer, could that crunk era ever come back?
If it did, I don't know if people can handle it.
I think we need like grown people who don't get the release.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you have someone you put everybody put their phones up.
But you don't heal the same way. You can't be jumping around and
And I don't know how that will sprinkle down to the YNs. Like, how would they?
We don't need y'all there.
It's gonna sprinkle. TikTok gonna get it.
I don't think that crunk could be recreated, but I'm glad that we do have these crunk classics that'll never die.
Everything with me is the right timing.
Yes.
You know, when the universe tell me it's time for it, that's when it happens.
That's right.
All right. Well, 96.1, get your tickets. He will be performing at the Atlanta's Jingle Ball. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Man, salute to the icon, Lil Jon, man.
I smoke.
You ain't lived till you seen a group of black women down south in a club singing Nothing Free, bro. What you talking about, shorty?
If you haven't got your tickets to see him perform in Atlanta, our 96.1 family, the Jingle Ball, it's going to be crazy. December 18th, it's going to be Lil Jon and friends, Jermaine Dupri and friends, Big X the Plug, Nelly, Molly, a host of others, man. Get your tickets. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be crazy.
That's an excuse to get musty. Now,
what?
That's an excuse to get musty. Go to Lil Jon show, wild out, leave stank.
That's no.
That deodorant should be strong enough. What is made for a man, strong enough for a woman? What is it strong enough? You know what I mean?
No, I don't nowadays. I do not know what you mean nowadays. I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay. You talking about deodorant?
It's made for both.
No.
Let's get to the ladies with Loren.
Loren be coming with straight facts.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
So, Sweetie is not the reason that Offset and Quavo are no longer friends, nor is she the reason that Cardi B and Offset divorced. Offset sat down with Keke Palmer on This Is Keke Palmer and talked about that rumor that has been circulating. Let's take a listen.
Was it true to you and Sweetie?
No, man. It was a rumor, man. And I feel like it was something deeper than that for the split of me and bro. I don't really want to touch on, but it's something deeper than that. I think that was just like that was a thing that was a buzz that I heard. I think people was trying to tear my situation down in that situation.
Mm-hmm. And you think there were business people that were plotting on you both?
For sure.
Yeah, and they were creating you guys, stopping you guys from being strong so that y'all couldn't go together against that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would be seeing headlines and we men, so we don't play those games. We don't even know how to do that. And so it was just like, that was a weird thing though. That was kind of crazy.
Now, this was a really good interview. I mean, Offset's done some really good interviews in promoting his album, but this one was a really good interview. And I think it's because he was very comfortable with Keke Palmer. They have a friendship that dates back years. But
oh, really?
Yeah, and okay. I learned that in his interview. He said that Keke Palmer used to be like in the studio with them back in the day in Atlanta.
Oh, so, yeah, I didn't know that because I was gonna say salute to Keke because folks love Keke Palmer so much that they never call her messy. Yeah, because if that was Loren or Jess asking that question, that definitely been messy.
Oh my gosh, she got into the thing.
But they seem very comfortable. They seem very comfortable.
He was.
And Keke's a bit warmer.
I'm trying. I'm learning. I'm learning.
We're not.
We're learning. We are.
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Okay. Now, Keke Palmer and Offset also talked about Takeoff's passing, and Offset revealed something to her for the first time.
When people like that pass away, especially so suddenly, it had to make you think, what did you think? You know what I'm saying?
To be honest with you, I never really said this. Like, I felt like I had that, like, some responsibility was on me because what if I didn't go solo? What if I just thugged it out with the business not being right? You know what I mean? Maybe we wouldn't even been right there or in that place because I just know how we move when I'm around a little bit. Like, it's just, I could read the room a little bit more, see, hey, this ain't the play. We need to get up out of here. I'm the one that's going to say it. And then I wasn't there, so it's like not having control of something like that so close to you. And then people talking, not knowing what they talk about.
That's tough.
Saying he with me or saying this and that. That's like tough, man. Like, but all I could do is, I feel like I never forget my roots, right? So me pushing, as long as I keep pushing myself, I'm still representing that because that's still my family. So at the end of the day, I'm still Migo.
Damn, imagine dealing with that.
Yeah.
People saying that he ain't messed with him and all of that before he died, and then that wasn't even the case. But that's always the case. People never really know what's happening or what's going on.
Yes.
When something tragic happens to somebody you love, you always feel like, man, if I was dead and maybe I could have prevented this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was reading Allen Iverson's book and he had a similar story.
With his best friend?
Well, with somebody who was close to him who felt like Allen wouldn't have been caught up in a situation if he was there.
Got you. Okay. Well, yeah, so they also talked about, speaking of people thinking that they know things, Offset says in this interview, if he could not be famous right now, he would not be, because the new fame is too much. People have opinions. You can't express yourself. They think they need to know you. And then they get into the Cardi B conversation off of that. And he talks about how he handled the situation. Let's take a listen.
Is there anything that you wish you would have done differently?
I should respect her way more. You know what I mean? I made bad decisions as a man, like stepping out. Like, gotta take that on the chin. Like, that's why when she left, I had to take that on the chin. Cause like, I could have been we got so much our kids to live for. I was being selfish. And I can say that as a man. I'm a grown man. You know what I mean? I can say that. I wish there wasn't so much internet stuff going on. I done got out of pocket a couple times because, bro, you feel like you're getting bullied. Like, I used to never say nothing. I try to recently just say something, just like to try to defend myself. Yeah. Because the narrative be nasty sometimes on me, and it don't be that.
Yeah, he says that, he hates that this is the story for them because they're both superstars in music, and all you see is the stories about their divorce and the public things that have happened with them. And, he's taking accountability for that. So he's trying to move forward. He also said, too, that he's ready for the divorce to be over. I know Cardi has said when she was here that, they're trying to move things along, but they're going back and forth about things. But he says he's ready for it to be over.
Could you imagine, though, you're dealing with something with your wife at the time, whatever it is, y'all going back and forth, and then the media throws fuel on it, and the media might not necessarily know the truth. So it makes things worse. So I understand why he was emotional. I mean,
and a lot of times you don't owe it to the media. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people get online. He's one of them who just not going to get online and say everything. Like, the rebuttal and all the opinions. Even going back to the Migos situation, right? Because everybody, we were speculating when they broke up. Man, what happened? The Quavo want to be the Beyonce of the group or whatever. Whole time he said it was bad business. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
he talks about the bad business
things that people were speculating about.
Yeah, he said that their plan was for all of them to always have their own thing. And we saw them do that. They all did different music. Yeah. They had their own projects. Yep. It was fashion. But they were always supposed to come back together. But he said his issue was the business. It wasn't them. And then,
Right.
Yeah.
And also, too, man, Offset was telling a tale as old as time. So many men wish they could get a redo. Okay, so many men realize how we messed up after the fact. Thank God for all us men who made it through, and thank God for all the women who have forgiven our stupid asses over and over and over again. Okay, and my brothers, because somebody called up here earlier this week, or was that last week? If you get the opportunity, last week, if you get the opportunity right now to pivot and change your ways before she get all the way fed up, you better do it.
You better do it.
You better do
you
it.
Get the opportunity again. You better not F it up.
Boy, the good women are not easy to come by. You hear me?
When a woman's fed up,
Lord have mercy. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Nothing.
She eternal, you will turn into a hoe.
I don't know about all that. I'm just saying.
She'll turn on you or turn into a hoe.
I hope I don't want her to do that.
It's okay. All right,
why we gotta turn her into a hoe?
Get it together, because y'all was hoeing first. I want to hoe back.
My hoeing ain't got nothing to do with your hoeing. You don't get a nigga back like that. You think you just gonna hoe? You think hoe and hoe?
I cheat back.
There you go.
All right, well.
I'm
not
not
chlamydia, who fault is that? No, I ain't get chlamydia.
All of us. Now we all sitting here chlamydia up.
I ain't never got it.
See, I go too far. Nope.
Yeah.
All right. That was the latest with Loren. Charlamagne, who you give me a donkey to?
4 after the hour. We need a man from Baltimore. Do you know him, though? Jess? His name is
I don't know his name. What? What is it?
Do you know him?
His name is Micah Narta. He needs to come to the front of the congregation. Okay, he actually needs his ass beat, but we'll discuss it.
Damn, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out the Breakfast Club.
Donkey up the day. Made it.
Damn, the hee-haw again.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
I ain't trying to be donkey today no more.
They should be embarrassed by what they already did. I'm not making these people do these things.
Called Donkey of the Day, and it really caught me off guard.
Damn, Charlamagne, who got the Donkey of the Day today?
Well, Jess Hilarious, somebody from Baltimore. Okay, Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, October 8th goes to Micah Narta. He is a 24-year-old man from Baltimore, Maryland, the Cockeysville area. Jess,
Yes.
Are you familiar?
I am.
Okay. What kind of area is that?
It's like the county a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Micah is in jail, rightfully so. And he's one of those individuals that makes me as a father want to own more guns. Okay? Young men like him with a reason seasoned girl dads like myself have to stay in shape, okay? You got to make sure you know how to use a knife, all right? And you got to teach your daughters how to do those things too, because you never know what type of predator is lurking. Now, Micah's been arrested for disorderly conduct after he reportedly approached women in Baltimore County with written threats soliciting sex. What do you mean he was approaching women in Baltimore County with written threats soliciting sex, Uncle Charla? Well, Micah decided that he wanted to go to businesses in the area and make them read from a notebook that contained demands for sex. Now, I'm questioning if Micah was born and raised in Baltimore, because why would he just assume that these young ladies in Baltimore can read?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant like, why would he assume that these young ladies in Baltimore would stop and read what he had written down?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Don't play with me.
I'm just saying.
Whoa.
Police found 4 notebooks in Micah's bag. According to the charging document, investigators said one contained a letter saying, "I will shoot you with a gun and kill you. Come with me and find a place to have sex and do your best, and don't do anything about it, and don't tell the police, and don't tell anyone, even if you have the opportunity." This is true.
That's the real letter?
You ain't make that letter up.
No, this is the real letter.
Jesus.
The investigator said he spelled these words by replacing O's with E's, and he used a lot of W's. More W's than an iShow speed chat. Now, I made that part up, but the letter was real. Now, I'm going to tell you something, man. We have to start dragging men like this, okay? We have to drag them the way people from Baltimore drag words like do, okay? Not only should the village be allowed to put belt to ass, I think we should charge people like Micah for what they were attempting to do. We all seen the movie Minority Report back in the day where they used to charge you for what you was thinking about doing, okay? We need to charge Micah with rape, assault, kidnapping, whatever he was implying he wanted to do to these women, or whatever he would have done to these women if he would have gotten the opportunity. This guy, according to charging documents, walked up to women on their way to work and showed them pages in a notebook that instructed one woman to follow him to a place to have sex with him. It also contained a message instructing the woman not to yell or call the police because he had a gun and would shoot her. Bruh. Disorderly conduct not a strong enough charge, okay? Whatever man or men are in these women's lives should be allowed 5 minutes with this guy, okay? No fair ones either. He should be allowed to get jumped, all right? Can you imagine someone walking up on your mom, sister, aunt, daughter, okay? I need 5 minutes, bro. And just like Chuck Schumer or Hakeem Jeffries, I'm writing a strongly worded letter to this guy before I put my foot up his ass, okay? I want him to feel the same horror, the same terror that he made those women feel. Can you imagine just walking down the street and somebody hand you a note, you read it, and it's telling you that if you don't come with me to have sex, I'm going to shoot you? I want him to feel the same terror those women felt, okay? I want you to read what I'm going to do to you before me and my village give you some discipline, okay? Also, this is where our correctional facilities fail us, because Micah has done this before. All right, he told police in D.C. that he wanted to speak to the president, and at the time he had a notebook saying he wanted to shoot somebody, okay? I'm assuming that somebody was the president. And then in July, he left a note instructing a Walgreens clerk to leave money at an Italian grill and threaten to shoot the clerk if they didn't.
Damn.
See, the problem is, instead of chasing a life of crime, he should have been a screenwriter. Okay? You should have been writing books or something. Go get your Jordan Peele on. Go get your Stephen King on. Go get your S.A. Cosby on, okay? You're walking around with all those notebooks, okay, writing, but don't got one album, not even a mixtape, not even a book self-published on Amazon. You're not applying yourself, Micah. Now, I think you're sick in the head and need some professional help and your ass whipped. But this is why when people like him are in custody, send him somewhere where he can get his mind right. Send him somewhere where he can get some actual help, okay? We call these places correctional facilities, but ain't no correcting going on. See if therapy can work on this man, and see if we can misdirect this sick, perverted energy to something positive, okay? He walking around Baltimore, you know, doing stuff like this. He could be doing something productive, like actually writing books and screenplays. In the meantime, police said that anyone who has encountered Micah should contact 911 or the Baltimore County Police Department at 410-887-1823. Do you know that number by heart, Jess?
No, I don't.
Oh, you should. I'm sure it's been called on you before. Please give Micah Narta the biggest hee-haw. Have you heard of this young man? This sounds like...
No, I don't know Micah Narta. First of all, he is 24.
That's true.
So he's very young.
But you would have heard about somebody walking around with a notebook.
Why was she?
The same way back in the day where you knew about the guy that used to be.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, we had somebody like named Bunny Man, like in Baltimore.
Bunny Man
he used to be in the hood. I mean, he used to be in the woods or whatever. He used to snatch kids. That was like a whole little thing.
Was it real?
growing up. Yeah, absolutely.
Why they call
I never
him Bunny
seen him,
Man,
but because he used to have a bunny outfit on, like a bunny costume
Shut
on.
up.
He used to grab kids and take them in the woods for real.
So why y'all ain't never went wabbit hunting?
Because we don't do that in Baltimore. Ain't nobody never hunt for no wabbits.
You should have had your pistol out there looking for this little wabbit.
No, I'm sorry. I was like 16, so I didn't have a pistol.
Oh,
Why nobody call the police on him?
I don't know. Listen, how do we listen with this about Mike Onoda? I don't know him though. I don't know him, but that is weird. I'm glad that he's in jail because that's a mental situation.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you walking up just to random women. You could be tased, you could be stabbed. Somebody could have did anything to him.
He should have been.
Right, he should have been.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, yeah, he out of his mind.
Because that's, honestly, if somebody walks up to you with a letter and they tell you they're going to shoot you, that's self-defense, anything I do after that.
Exactly.
Correct. It should be. Anything I do after that should be self-defense.
And he wasn't in Baltimore City doing that. He was not. He was in Cockeysville, which is the county.
Got you.
That's what.
That's more suburban?
Yeah. Walk down North Avenue and do it. Walk down Monroe. Walk down Fulton. Walk down Emerson Avenue, Poplar Grove, and do that. He wasn't. Mike Onoda would have been rest in peace. I'm telling you. No, them city girls don't play that.
Okay.
Well, where was Money Man
girls
at?
don't play that in the city. It was different. Yeah. Money Man was different.
Okay.
He had a whole bunch of equipment from what I'm told.
What kind of equipment?
Come on, B. Come on.
I'm just asking.
She was 16. She don't remember.
Yes, but I was even younger than that. I started hearing about him when I was like, 10? The Bunny Man. Yes, he lived in the woods. Okay. Leon Day Parks. If you know, you know. People used to come to that. It was a school right in front of the park. And they said kids mysteriously used to just get snatched up by the Bunny Man.
And Alvin Gray never did that movie?
You know what?
All the movies you've been doing, Alvin Gray, and you ain't never did The Bunny Man?
No.
The bunny who lived in the woods?
Yes.
The bunny who snatched kids out the woods?
Yes, the man dressed as a bunny.
Alvin, what we doing?
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
I got $3,000 to shoot it.
Because it's victims.
And ask Charlamagne about the guy that he's talking about that used to be in New York City.
Yeah, who's the guy?
I don't even know how to... It was a dude who used to like stand outside the 40-40 club and he'd be...
wanking.
For real?
Yeah.
He came up here one time too.
Pistol.
Just in public. Just don't care who walking around.
Yeah, he came up here one
make
time.
eye contact with you and just start going to town.
Nobody called the police on him?
Nope.
What? They did? No, you got arrested.
He was out there mad times doing it though.
He came back over and over.
Oh yeah, that's what you're saying. They keep releasing people like that instead of putting them somewhere.
That's right. He called eye contact with Envy one time. And had to come to the station to get that feeling. Boy.
No, he came up here. He was actually in the room.
He wanted to make huh?
You let him in?
You remember? Yeah, he was up here.
I don't remember that one.
Why you let him in?
If he telling on himself.
Right. Somebody actually came up in.
I ain't never read that in the book.
All right. When we come back,
none of the book.
Cam Newton and Ashley Nicole will be joining us. They're the co-hosts of the new BET show 106 and Sports. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa is here as well. We got some special guests in the building.
We do.
We have Ashley Nicole. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
And we have Cam Newton. Welcome back.
What's up, bro?
Where you want to go today, Cam?
I'm trying to tell you, we can go left and we can keep it right.
We can go both ways. Pause. Where you want to go today?
Travis Hunter, Deion Sanders.
All right, which way you want to go?
Bo Jackson.
Host of BET show 106 and Sports.
Yep.
Let's start with Travis Hunter. Since you already said his name first and jumped out the box, what's your thoughts?
Love him. Travis Hunter came through my C1N program, which is an all-star team where I use football as a way to show kids or young athletes that you can change your life. Travis Hunter is a person that does not get respected enough because he has not did anything wrong. He's been exceptional on a football field, and yet we couldn't find no dirt on him, so we have to attack somebody close to him. Never had a DUI.
Nope.
Not a domestic. From what I've heard and seen him firsthand, he's an unbelievable person.
All he does is smile.
That's all he does is smile.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
And I was rocking with Travis when his smile wasn't even, you know what I mean? He had the crack smile.
Right.
And so much so, like I said, his younger brother Travis plays on my team now, and this is my way of philanthropic initiatives, where a lot of people can give back in their own perspective and respective ways, but for me, I use the game of football to say, hey bro, you don't gotta rob, you ain't gotta steal, you ain't gotta sell drugs. Like, bro, this pigskin right here can take you places. It's gotten me everywhere that I ever wanted. And when I've seen Travis at his age, to see how he has morphed into the individual now, of course everybody's entitled to their own opinion about who he is. Oh, he a sucker, he a this, he that. He's married. He has a family. I thought that was what couple goals was supposed to be. I should take a page out of his book, but
we gonna get to that.
Why you look like that, Ashley, when he said that, huh?
Because he's capping. He knows exactly where he stands when he comes to that. He made it very clear. He's made it clear in the last 24 hours. But I don't know.
We had a conversation about learning your significant other's body count and names, right?
Oh, no.
But this is the thing. This is what we say we understood.
Is it not real? Is it not real?
But this
you want to know that?
I need to know.
If you're in the same industry,
talk to me.
Some is about respect.
Okay,
so
talk
here
to
it is
me.
about
Come on
respect.
now. You Ashley, and then I'm gonna tell you my take.
Here is where I think I agree and disagree. Now, if it is a situation where, I'll use Cam as an example since you're sitting next to me. This is just an example, everybody.
Use John Doe.
Okay.
Use John Doe. Use John Doe. We won't people to don't pay attention to 106 in sport.
Let me use John Doe.
October 15th.
If John Doe has a certain profession,
correct,
and there is a possibility that John Doe is going to run into Jim Doe because they're in the same world, then yes, I feel like that is something that you need to vocalize and you need to be honest about, because you never want your person to walk into a room and everyone's in on the joke except for that person, right?
Sure. You're about to interview your man's ex-1. He popped down. You didn't know.
And he laughing.
He laughing.
He got an ace of spade tucked.
What? No. She laughing. She's smiling, all giggling, hugging
that's
you.
what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to cross paths, if there's a possibility for you to cross paths with someone, then yes, I think that should be vocalized.
Yeah.
But if it's like you're a hometown, crush, and they're never going to cross, like, he don't need to know that.
See,
that's none of your business.
The only
Some
reason
things you got to keep close to the chest.
But if that's your man, y'all together, y'all building like real life at our ages that we're doing, you got to take him back to your hometown at some point. So I think it's certain people, certain places, certain times, right? So not everybody may be a bit insane, but if you know, okay, babe, look, we going back to my homecoming.
You're hometown, but you're not going on the block. Like, you might go see mama house, but you're not.
Certain places, certain times. So if you taking your person you love to wherever, I think it's just a conversation of like, in this part of my life, here was a person that may have been important because especially if you could run into them because you're in these places all the time. He's not.
I will say this. I recently went to somebody that I'm like getting to know's hometown, and he didn't point out and give me names, nothing like that. He basically said, like, we're walking into this party, there are going to be some people there that I dated in high school, whatever.
So now you're looking.
It wasn't like, it's this person, this is her name, it was just like, you'll be on your P's and Q's.
She hugging you
like,
too long. She hugging you too long.
I don't feel like you gotta
You done turned into an owl.
Like, sometimes as a woman, I think you gotta keep some secrets and some things to yourself. Like, your person doesn't have to know about everything you did before. All you know is I'm with you now. Like, that should be enough.
I think everything is like not realistic. You can't know every single thing.
Yeah, I agree.
But certain things, like if I'm walking in that party, we ain't got to do like an Instagram run through, but like we need to have a conversation of like, okay, do you still speak to these people? Is this woman gonna walk up to me and like have friendly conversation with me? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, if you're gonna be in proximity, whether it's a one-off, whether it's
y'all giving too much. Like,
let's hear you, Cam. Let's hear you, Cam.
One-offs.
You don't need to know every person.
Are y'all still talking? The simple question is, I just want to know your list. I don't care
That's
to
crazy.
what.
One-off still though. You still smash my shorty. I
Does it
know.
count?
It
One off or 10 off, it still counts. It's still off. You got
and had a one-night stand with somebody. You're not telling your girl like, yo, I was in Turks and Caicos 10 years ago with my boys and I hit so and so.
That's why you
none
lead.
of her business.
Okay, that's why you lead with everything so you don't mess up a vibe because you're trying to explain, hey, before we go in here, there's a chance that DJ no.
Sometimes you can give up too much information, Cam. Sometimes there is too much information.
And this is the thing that we all have to understand. What works for me may not work for you.
That's fact.
Cinderella's shoe was fit for Cinderella. My name is Cam Newton. I can't put on Cinderella's shoe.
We know that's right.
So that's cool. So I'm like, yo, we get into this. That'd never be me. And I love going on them comments and hitting your profile and realizing, like, baby, you were never meant for me.
Qualified anyway.
That's crazy.
Damn.
In what way?
Damn. You have more posts than followers. There's nothing that we can relate to.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
I appreciate your insight. I needed that impression.
So this show is more than sports, obviously.
Wait, hold on. Before you transition,
going
go
back
ahead.
to your Turks and Caicos comment, right?
Yeah.
Like, all right, he don't need to know about the Turk. Look, I'm gonna tell you, I'm married right now. My husband wanted to know if I ever had a one night stand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say for instance that night in Turks and Caicos.
Right.
Yeah, babe. One night I did go. You know, me and my cousins went to certain Caicos, and I smashed the niggas
But
buying
did
the
you
drinks.
pull up
You know
that
what I
man's
mean?
IG profile, phone number, give him it, like, here's the
I
face
think
card?
this
Like,
is the
no,
thing.
you gotta keep something.
Let me say this. A lot of times,
table.
it's not even about what it is more so than are you willing to tell me?
Yeah.
Because now it's
I
a
agree.
deeper rooted issue. If you're going to go to hell with this information, what else are you willing to keep, or what do you get to decide what's worth telling me or not? If I'm asking you what I deem is extremely surface level and extremely innocent, because I'm not judging, I'm happy, baby.
Right.
I'm not going nowhere. I already know before me there was somebody or somebodies. Let's talk about it. I believe in a relationship there should not be anything that's off limits. That's just me. Like, so much so that it's like, yo, nah, I ain't gonna go there. But it's certain things that I think, like, you can't really truly be in love with a person if you don't really truly know a person. And that's me. And like I said, Cinderella's shoe is for Cinderella. It's not mine.
Now, how did y'all get together? How did y'all decide to do this show?
It kind of just happened. I mean, I don't know. Our experiences were a little bit different, or maybe it was the same. So I was in the middle of the NBA playoffs. So I also worked for CBS Sports, and I got a call that they were doing castings and kind of test shoots, pairings in LA. Last minute, can you fly to LA? Kind of can't. I'm in the middle of the playoffs. Like, big deal. Can't move. Cam and I did ours virtually. He was actually in LA and met with a whole list of people from so many guys that we know and women that we know that doing their things in individual industries. And Cam and I, even virtually, just had a chemistry that was just drastically different than what he had with anyone when he was in LA. And obviously he can speak to that more. And it just kind of snowballed from there. And the whole process was he announced at the BET Awards. And then it was just kind of like a waiting game until this point. And now we're in the 11th hour. We're really excited. But your situation in LA obviously was different than mine virtually.
It was a process. And it was something that I was new to, because typically it's we want you for this.
Right.
Going about business now in this phase of my life is something that I will always remember, and everything that you do is earned. Nobody, this entitled mentality of like, man, I'm Cam Newton, first pick, Heisman Trophy winner, like MVP, like, man, nobody care nothing about that now. It's like how you can position yourself, and are you qualified to have this? Are you talented enough to have this? Can you far exceed just football and tap into the unknown of the culture? Hey, can you talk politics if you had the opportunity to? Hey, can you talk about home goods? Can you talk about fashion? Can you talk about lifestyle things? And when you start to really dive into, hey, this is something that I really want to do and take serious, you have to go out on a limb and take sacrifices, right? So, I had to prove, went to LA. Ashley obviously was one of the first persons.
You were my first.
Yeah. But
that sounds crazy. We taking that clip. We taking that clip. We're gonna see how y'all deal with it.
Audition of the day.
Too late. We're taking that clip. Go ahead.
Yeah. And
he said, "Yup."
We had that as something where, okay, that was a good icebreaker. It was probably 15, 20 minutes, and that's when my day kind of started. I think a question was posed to me and often asked, like, what's my superpower? And some would say probably football. But I think really for me, I've never met a stranger. Like, I really genuinely like talking and really hearing people out. I went to school, studied sociology, so I took a lot of psychology classes as well, and didn't really know how much of a nerd that I really was. And doing it my way. It wasn't that nah, bro, I'm from Atlanta, twin, you feel like, it's like, I can really, learn a thing or two, and that has helped me in places and positions. So when you see me on Funky Friday, 4th and 1 now, with, Ashley and 106 in Sports, this will bring out a different element of what we're used to seeing Cam Newton at.
I know you got to go. I know you got a question.
Yeah, one question. So first, congratulations on your deal with ESPN. First Take.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so I know when everything happened with Shannon Sharpe and your deal was announced, people made it seem like you were like the replacement because he was going to no longer be there, and I know he's a mentor to you. Mm-hmm. How has just navigating that dynamic or even that conversation been for you? Because even when you spoke about it, you made sure that you were like, you were very thoughtful of how you spoke on both sides of it. Like you were fair to her and fair to him.
Who is her?
The alleged victim.
Oh, yeah. Like I speak about my personal relationships with individuals, not to condone or, support wrongness. That's not the case. If somebody feels that God blessed me with an opportunity off of somebody else, well, whoop-dee-doo. Now, I know Shannon Sharpe. Mm-hmm. Shannon Sharpe has helped me in my career immensely. Mm-hmm. You can't have me talk bad on that person because I look up to him in a way and I judge my content off of some of the things that he does.
Right.
I can call Shannon Sharpe right now. I can reach out to Ocho right now. Mm-hmm. You can't make me hate Nightcap, no any different than Club Shay Shay. You can't make me hate It Is What It Is, nor can make me hate The Pivot. You can't make me hate any other platform that I see anybody that has my complexion. Mm-hmm. Because I think what we get guided with is this is not competition in content. Mm-hmm. It's just my next collaboration. It's not, I ain't competing with you, bro. Like, First Take, Stephen A. Smith calls me. He's like, hey, man, I'm going to give you two options. Which one you want to do? You can either do this or you can do that. Now, and I said, no, Stephen A., like, tell me what you want. No, do. It was that. It's like, hey, man, like, how can I be better? Give me my month review. Hey, man, you got to get to your points faster. This is live TV. People are watching and expecting you to get to your point. Now, it's not no 4th and 1 type of tone where you can build up the story. It's like, no, bro. Because I need innuendos, I need cues, and you guys have been working together where like, okay, she's about to wrap it up, right, or he's about to kind of bring it to a close. Mm-hmm. We're trying to study each other, but we also need to have the ratings and the reviews to be entertaining.
Right.
So it's unfortunate what Shannon Sharpe went through, but for me, I respect him with the media empire that he's creating and have created or creating. He's extremely brilliant, and when it comes to Stephen A. Smith, he's a person that is a machine. And we had our discussion about him yesterday, and I think he's been very intentional about how people view him.
Stephen A.
It's extremely intentional. It's like, yo, he moved you. And I've been saying this on this press run. It's like, I want to move people emotionally. Like when people look at this thing, like I want them to, why is he talking again? Y'all keep putting the mic in front of his face. Why, like, next? I moved you. You gave me that comment.
That's right.
Checkmate. Oh, man, that's my boy Cam, bro. Where I get one of them hats at? Hey, where you get the swag from? I moved you.
That's right.
Checkmate. So when you start looking at what you're doing holistically as a business and not just a hobby, that's when you're going to start seeing the greatness in people. So shout out to Shannon Sharpe, praying for, that situation to be resolved. From what we know, it has been. Nobody was hurt. And, we go from there.
I can't wait to see how BET edits y'all.
Yeah,
man. Why not y'all?
Wow. I can't see. Don't say why.
Don't rope me in. It's the first ever countdown show, so did they develop a new format for y'all? It's not live. Is it live?
In front of a live audience.
Live audience, okay. Yeah. But how do they package? Because there's a lot of...
They're going to be rapping Cam up like crazy.
Y'all have a lot of good back and forth.
I got to rope him in.
You got to rope him in crazy.
But I really love the casting for it. I love Cam, and I love you with Cam.
You see what they
too.
did?
I love that. Yeah, they needed somebody that was timing up for your ass and your mouth, who can counter. Yeah, and I love that. You was supposed to send me a hat 2 years ago, and
you never sent me your hat size, and I know it's tough with all the designs and the different, you know what I mean? Like, what you gonna go with today?
All right.
Well, check it out. October 15th. They wrapping him up now. October 15th. Ashley Nicole, Cam Newton, host of BET's new show 106 in Sports. Check it out.
Yep.
And you guys can come up anytime when you have more time.
Well, first take is y'all gonna be at the Norfolk Dell State game too at the Eagle Stadium. You gonna be there, Cam? No, you're not coming.
Pay attention to see if you see me or not.
Oh, I'll be there.
How about that?
I'm gonna be there.
Give me that view.
That view, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it's Ashley Nicole, Cam Newton. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
So, Kyron Lacey, we talked earlier this week, or the other day actually, about Kyron Lacey's attorney, Matthew Arce, releasing video to clear Kyron Lacey's name in the car crash that killed a 78-year-old man named Herman Hall. Now, in response to this video that was posted, and Matthew Arce's video basically showed Kyron Lacey's car 100 yards away from the crash. The accident happens, and then he says his car goes by.
Correct.
So the Louisiana State Police have now released additional video in response to that video and in response to the video of the coercion that they were alleging that was happening. And we have audios and, you know, all the things, but I just want to set the tone by saying I think what the Louisiana State Police are trying to make it clear that they didn't coerce anybody. But this back and forth to me, I just feel like it's in bad practice. And we did speak to Kyron Lacey's mom, and we'll get to that as well too. But let's start with
Well, first, you said they released their own video. So does their own video show anything different that we didn't see?
The Louisiana State Police's video that they recently released shows Kyron Lacey's car driving by or trying to pass cars in a lane, and they're alleging that because he went by these cars, there was a woman who had to swerve, and then she hit the man who died. That was killed. And they have audio from this woman as she's on the ground of her telling police what happened. Okay, and then there's also witnesses while the lady's laying on the ground who were there that are also accounting for what the police are saying happened, which is Kyron's car swerving around the other cars in the lane. Let's take a listen to that.
Did you see the green Charger flying that way?
There was a green Charger.
There was a green Charger that caused all that.
The green Charger collided with these cars? He went around that truck, and she had no choice. You said something about a green Charger. Who told you something about a green Charger? What did you see happen?
He went to pass me the cars around the curve, all right? When he come down, I got he had his brother that he was taken to the emergency room, to the hospital or something like that, chemo or something like that. But I got his number also to verify this, because he was the car that was in front of her. When that green Charger came, so he jammed on brakes. She was coming down, they was going that way. She went to dodge Mr. and that's when she came on.
And he's referring to as the woman who hit the man who passed away. And she's laying on the ground at this time. Now, I want y'all to listen to because we didn't have this audio the other day. I want y'all to listen to the audio of a person who witnessed the crash that police were trying to talk to that Kyron Lacey's attorney released. Let's take a listen to that.
Don't worry about filling any of this top information, like your name, your address. Don't worry about any of that. Just right here, if you could, I'll just have you write exactly what you saw. Just make sure to include, where you were.
I don't even know what the name of that highway.
It's Highway 20. Highway 20. That you just.
All right, maybe my wife gonna figure out right quick.
Okay, just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes, and the brakes you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger, and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
I ain't scared my car, because I wasn't even going for me. That lady in the back of me. She didn't show what was happening. That's how she caused that wreck. She was running in the back of me. She pulled on the other side, and that's how it is.
So, but the charger was coming right at you, correct? Right. And that's why you had to slam on your brake, the head on with you. So yeah, just make sure you include that, and that's very important because we're trying to locate this charger right now. So just include that in the statement, and I'll read it over, and then I'll be out of here.
You know what I think about when should you interview people immediately after a traumatic car crash because they might not even have their wits about them. They might be disoriented. They might not even know what they saw. Everything might be a blur to them. Is that the time to actually have that conversation?
That's
like
a good
immediately
question.
after?
Because the lady that actually hit Hall, who's the man who passed away, she's literally laying on the ground when they're talking to her. And in that moment, I don't know if she's even, she's
coherent.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the only thing with that is people forget so fast,
that's
right?
true.
So if they don't ask immediately and you ask a couple days later, now you allow them to calculate too many different things in their mind that they might not have really happened, right? It happens all the time. When something happens, you're able to do it. But now, when you go back a week later, you be like, damn, did that really happen?
Yeah.
So that's why they ask people immediately.
Well, go ahead.
No, you're right. People do forget too fast, but sometimes they may not even really remember what happened. Like, accidents happen fast. Like,
or know what happened,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I reached out to Kyron Lacey's mom, and she said to me, I asked her, was there any response to what police just released in response to you guys, trying to clear your son's name? And she said, hey, Loren, thank you so much for reaching out. At this time, the response video, Mr. Ori, who's their attorney, that video that he posted, that is our response. I will keep in touch if anything changes. So there's, at this point for them and for Kyron's family, we said what we said, and what you guys are seeing play out, this is how we feel. And they want his name to be cleared.
The only problem I do have is even if he was driving reckless and going around cars, whatever, right? And the reason I say whatever is the accident happened before he got there.
Right.
And you can tell it's at least 2-3 seconds he was behind it.
But he wasn't driving reckless, though. I mean, from the video I saw, there was nothing reckless about his
But
driving.
they say he swerved into a lane.
They're alleging that he went in the opposite lane to get around cars.
It looked like he was trying to get around the accident.
Well,
before that.
Oh, I didn't see that in the
Yeah,
video.
before that. Some other video released. But regardless, the accident happened way before that anyway.
That's what his attorney posted a video of the show. And Kyron's mom's name is Miss Candace Washington. So that's who we spoke with. But so now there's this back and forth playing out in the public. And at the end of the day, I think, it's the investigation has to answer this. But they're fighting back. They want to clear his name.
That's horrible, man.
That's very horrible.
It's horrible. I don't even know who to point the finger at in this situation. This man this young man just really got done dirty by the system.
He did.
And it's just like a sorry doesn't suffice. And a police officer saying I'm wrong doesn't suffice. I don't even know what you do in a situation like this. This young man is not here no more. He killed himself.
Yep.
Committed suicide. And we won't even never know what he was dealing with.
That's right.
That made him even say, you know what, man, I can't take this. If everybody thinks I did something that I clearly did not do.
Yep.
God damn. My whole career is derailed now because y'all think I did something that I didn't do. And I'm telling y'all I didn't do it. There's video saying I didn't do it and y'all still don't believe me?
That's right.
My God.
Rest in peace to that young man and condolences to his family. It's just sad. It's just very tragic. All right. Well, that is the latest with Loren. Now when we come back, we got the mix. Of course, Lil Jon was here earlier, so we're going to get some Lil Jon joints on. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Salute to Lil Jon for joining us this morning.
Man, cultural icon. I mean, you talk about people who defined a whole era of music. Like, I really don't think people understand who Lil Jon is. Even when you talk about, like, top 5 hip-hop personalities ever.
Yes.
Like, when you think of hip-hop personality, you think, like, Tupac. You think Snoop Dogg. You gotta put Lil Jon up there.
Absolutely.
Like, the guy got spoofed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He had such a big personality that Dave Chappelle could spoof him and people knew who the hell Dave Chappelle was talking about. Lil Jon he's different, man.
Absolutely.
Different.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and if you want to see him perform live, you can check him out at our Atlanta Jingle Ball, 96.1. That's December 18th. Get your tickets. Lil Jon will be performing. Jermaine Dupri will be performing. Nelly, Molly, Big X The Plug, just to name a few. So if you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets. And also salute to Cam Newton and Ashley Nicole for joining us. They're the new BET host, 106 in Sports. So
they're going to drive them ratings up. The way they argue back and forth.
That's right.
I like her, though, because she ain't going to back down from none of his points.
She's definitely not backing down. I love that, too. Now, it's time to get up out of here. This weekend, you upstate, right?
Yep, upstate in Syracuse and Albany. So Friday, we got 2 shows at the Funny Bone Comedy Club in Syracuse. And then the next day, hopping over to Albany, New York. I'm also at the Funny Bone Comedy Club there. We got 2 shows as well. JessHilariousOfficial.com. Get your tickets. I will be doing meet and greet upstate. Can't wait to see y'all.
All right. Now, Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do. I just want to remind people, too, man, this Saturday, October 11th, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Joel and Diane Bloom Wellness and Event Center. It is my 5th annual Mental Wealth Expo, man. So make sure you go register to be there, mentalwealthexpo.com. Some of the best mental health professionals in the business will be there. Dr. Rita Walker, Dr. Jay Barnett, Dr. Alfie Breland Noble, Jason Wilson, Elliot Connie, Deontay Wilder, Queen Afua, Dr. Lakeisha Hallman will be there. I mean, a whole host of people. So go to mentalwealthexpo.com to register to be there. You don't have to register, but it's recommended. And we'll see you this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Newark, New Jersey. Now, the positive note is this. Hey, I need you to know that the person that broke you cannot fix you. Okay, I repeat, the person that broke you cannot fix you. Stop waiting for them to fix you. They are the person that broke you. Stupid. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?